Open header Miata, open dump, because why not? Exactly. What's up, guys? It's Will from GPE. Back at it again with the Miata over at Kyle's house. Doing a lot of work today. I've gotten a lot done already. I'm taking off the diff to get welded, trans so we can put a new clutch in and change the gear oil, which the power plant frame, taking that off was really easy. Once you I watched a few videos. There's one video, I'll put the link in the description to that. It was very detailed. I really appreciate that the guy for making the taking the time to make that video. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and I'll show you how far I've gotten so far. In order to take the power plant frame off, it's best to either use a lift, but if you don't have a lift, then just put it up all the way up on 4 jack stands. I took off the front 2 tires to make it easy to get to a few bolts. I ended up, because the previous owner was, I don't know, negligent, I guess, or didn't care. The mid pipe, everything from the headers back is all one piece, so that was a pain in the butt. So to get to the headers, right there, 3 bolts. I took this driver's side wheel off, and the passenger side wheel off I took off. I forgot why I took it off. Oh no, I took that off because to drop the trans, I'm going to take off and replace also the slave cylinder, which is right there where my finger is. That's the slave cylinder. It's all dirty right now. I'm gonna put a new one in there, and master cylinder also to support the new clutch. Make sure everything's new. It's an old car, so better safe than sorry. And having to go back under here and replace something, even though that's just 2 10mm bolts, and I think it's or 12mm bolts, and then the hard line from the master cylinder right there. Take that off, pops right off, replace it, snap it in, bleed it, you're done. So that wire hanging right there is actually part of the wire harness that is attached to the power plant frame, which you will need to take off with like a trim tool or something, maybe even a pry bar. You're gonna, well, I did. I kind of messed up a little bit of the plastic clips, but it can always be zip tied back on or whatever, because race car. So now I'm at the point where I'm trying to drop. I'm gonna drop the, I got the driveline bolts out already. That's just holding it in place so it doesn't fall on my face while I'm under here. I'm gonna move the jack around and start taking the bolts out of the transmission to drop that. It's helpful, I don't know if it's really necessary, but it's helpful to remove the shifter. I can't see, get a shot from up here. To remove the shifter from inside the car. That way you can have a little bit more wiggle room when you're dropping it down. But I mean, I guess after taking the exhaust out and the power plant frame, it can really just come straight down. So, but whatever. It's only 3 little bolts, so it's quick removal. Rear diff is out now, and that is the chocolatey goodness of what is coming out of my diff.
Augusto, sweetheart, save some room for later.
Gross. Yeah, we'll get that changed, get this thing cleaned up and welded. No more of this. I can't do it because I can't hold that side. I'll hold that side real quick. No more of that. We're gonna fix that.
It's broken.
Yep. It was broken from the factory. We gotta fix it. Thanks, Mazda. Different is out. We're gonna get it all cleaned up today. Okay. That good to refill it with. Red line. Can't go wrong with that. This is what it looks like under the car. Kinda dark. I should get the light, but it's all on the inside of the garage. Next thing we'll do after getting this taken care of is we're gonna drop the trans. And the clutch should be here sometime today, but probably won't get to that because I have to go to work later. But thank goodness it's a project car and I don't have to drive it right away. Transmission is officially out. Wasn't as bad as we thought. Small anyway, so. Worst part about this was getting the starter out of there. Rear mains definitely need to be replaced, so good thing I ordered that too. Get a new throwout bearing. And I'll get under the car in a second to show you what that looks like. Clutch, definitely in need of replacing, and the flywheel. Both ordered, should be here today. Thank you, Amazon, 2-day shipping. Nope. And keep working, get everything cleaned up. And get it ready to drift. Tonight we're gonna go weld the we're gonna weld the trans. We're gonna weld the diff and get that all set. That's currently degreasing, so I'm gonna go clean that up now. Parts haven't gotten a notification that they've been delivered yet, so it's time to play the waiting game. But most of the hard work is done. After the result of hard work and some pneumatic tools to aid the process, flywheel's out, apparently missing some bearings. The case cover, yeah, that's the bigger mystery, is not why that came off, but where did those bearings go? Clutch is out. Doesn't look that bad, but it did still start to slip on me, which made me think it was bad, which I'm not really that upset about having to take it out, and it's not that bad because for the drift, you're gonna need some. It's best to have a new clutch. The flywheel does look pretty good, but in the pressure plate, not too bad either. But again, nice to be. What's the word I'm looking for? Can't even think of it right now. Can you think of it, Kyle?
Fresh.
Yeah, that's true. That works. Fresh. Have fresh new hardware in there. Yeah, that's only after mild scrubbing and agitating of that grease and dirt. I still have a lot to go on that transmission. Yeah, a lot more work to come. Parts just got delivered at the house, so I'm gonna go pick those up, but I'm not gonna work on that probably much more tonight other than welding the diff, which we will be at after I get off of work. So we'll see you guys later tonight. Get that diff fixed up for the drift.
Nice skids in the making, son.
Heck yeah.